Since this film didn't really get marketed that much, it was such a huge missed opportunity to make an official Dr. Sleep vape that is shaped like the steam thermos in the movie. I don't really vape, but I would buy that shit. Doctor Sleep is the sequel to the iconic The Shining, which Stephen King disapproves, and it follows the story of a grown-up Danny Torrance who fights off a coven of people who eat their shine or steam, alongside Abra, played by the talented Kylie Coran. In The Shining, it was the Overlook Hotel wants to consume them, but this time it's a group of merciless people, and it is directed by the marvelous creator behind the Haunting of Hill House series, Mike Flanagan. And I gotta let this out, Mike Flanagan has just become one of my inspirations for showcasing scenes that may be difficult to portray into picture, and he has delivered it in the most beautiful and creative way possible. Sample to that are scenes showing some characters' mind palace or imprisoning ghosts by the power of the shine. My favorite scene is the astral projection scene, which didn't come out as something paranormal, and it is just delivered in such unique fashion. The beautiful color grading just added more artistry to the film. It's already a given that Ewan McGregor will be great in this movie, and some people may even relate to him. I also really love what they have done with Abra, as she is not the annoying stereotypical kid that needs saving, and I guess we have the writing to thank for that. Plus, Karan is just a prodigy. I can't wait to see more of this kid in the future. Everyone in this movie gave their best, especially one particular kid's scene that really broke me, which I won't spoil. Mike Flanagan wasn't really a fan of the aging technology, so for scenes that require the original actors to come back, such as Wendy or Jack, they opted to just cast other actors, and it honestly turned out good, and you would really think the resemblance to the original Shining actors were uncanny. You would only see their differences if your memory of The Shining was very indelible, or you'd watch The Shining again to compare. Nonetheless, the new cast did a fantastic acting job, as they weren't really trying to just impersonate their corresponding actors. What I really love about Doctor Sleep is how it doesn't rely on jump scares to be scary. And that's the problem with horror movies and some people's perception on it nowadays. Being startled is different from being frightened. You can also tell that Mike Flanagan delivered some scenes in a way that it would look like how Stanley Kubrick would direct it, thus making it really feel like a direct sequel. I also gotta commend the movie for not relying on fan service. As a matter of fact, you won't even see the shining moments until the near end quarter of the film, and it's understandable that they used those moments in the trailer to tell people that it's the sequel to The Shining. But with that said, you can really feel the difference between Kubrick and Flanagan's directing style and how they represented their respective books. I feel like the problem they had in making the movie was how much they could portray from the books, and it seemed like they compromised the running time of the movie, and it is quite long. That's also why I usually want to watch a movie first before reading the book, because some of us tend to be bothered by the differences when we've read the source material first, as opposed to being fascinated by the trivia shown in the books. Stephen King films have been on a roll recently, and it is quite surprising that this one didn't do well like It Chapter 2 or Pet Sematary. And I think because only the older generations knew well about The Shining, and I also didn't see the film being marketed that much. So I'll give the cast 1.5 Damon tokens. The main cast were good, but I feel like they could have done more with the other characters. 2 Damon tokens for its cinematography and its artistic photography. I absolutely love the shots and how they handled it. 2 for its music and sound effects that determine when they were shining. 2 tokens for its production value, and 1 more for not relying on jump scares, for a total of 8.5 Damon tokens. Certainly a feel-good movie that would challenge your perception in horror movies. So by the time of this recording, I'm just about to end reading Fight Club, and then I'm gonna start reading Doctor Sleep. I just really love reading about trivia and differences between the books. So if you happen to want to share something before I start reading Doctor Sleep, please do comment it down below. I'm also open to reading some of your input about the film and such. If you guys happen to like this series of mine, please do consider leaving a sub or a like for more, as I am trying to achieve 100 subscriber mark so I can achieve my goal of customizing my own URL. I would forever be grateful if you guys did. So that's it for my review, only here on Let's Review.